Hello everyone. You are listening to 108live.radio. This is Kazway Kashiopia, who will be accompanying you for the next 1 hour. I am a tarot reader, artist, and creator of my own tarot deck, which I use for all my readings. I'm also an academic psychologist and healer. I have my own practice in Johannesburg, South Africa as a life coach. I'd like to welcome you to my show, Interactive Tarot. This program revolves around the tarot cards. Over time, I'll be covering what tarot cards are, what they are not, how they are used, and so on. If you have any question, please contact me by emailing to mail2@cashiopia.com. Again, it is mail2@cashiopia.com. I'll spell Kashiopia, Kashiopia.com. I will certainly consider your question as one of the topics during the show. Closer to the end of the show, I will open an opportunity for listeners to call in so that you might be able to get a tarot reading done for clarification and guidance for your current issue. Interactive Tarot will be aired every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. live here on 108live.radio. Stay tuned in.
So we got two guests as usual. One is Atma, who is the guy behind the whole 108live.radio. Hi Atma, how are you? And where are you?
Hello.
Okay.
Just lighting some incense.
Alrighty then. And the another one is our weekly guest, Anna Marie.
Hi there.
Cool. So Anna Marie, you are tarot reader too. So I usually start my show doing talking about a little bits and pieces of tarot facts, what tarot cards are, things like that. But I'm just gonna skip that part today.
Okay.
And we're just gonna get on heavily into what tarot, your perception and how you practice tarot, how you got involved, what do you use to do reading? What your mental power that you use, or spiritual power that you use to do tarot reading?
That whole X-Men factor.
Yeah.
I started reading tarot about 25 years ago when I was late teens. Yeah, I'm old.
No, you're not. You're not old. I've been doing tarot for 30 years.
I don't feel so bad.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah, so it's been around forever. I actually started out with tea leaf readings. I come from a background of a grandfather who was psychic.
Yeah.
And obviously passed on some sort of ability. And I discovered by accident that I was able to do these things. And you know how it is, as a teenager, you really want to fit in, and I just didn't. So, you embrace it.
I know how that goes, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I started reading tarot because I just really liked the idea of working with the cards. And I've been doing it ever since. And, the thing with tarot is your tarot cards are a tool.
They are. They don't tell you.
It's a prop almost.
Yes, it is. I mean...
And you can learn them, but you have to listen.
Tune in. Yes, you have to tune in. At the end of the day, it is your intuition that tells you what it is.
Yeah.
Cards don't determine future. They don't.
Absolutely. And it can change at any time. And this is what I tell people. They expect to come for a tarot reading and be told that they're going to meet that tall, dark, handsome stranger. It's not going to happen.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It's going to look at your personal situation
currently
and say, right, as things are,
yes,
this is what you can expect.
Yep.
And that is actually so much more helpful than a promise of a tall, dark, handsome stranger.
I know.
Yeah.
And there are cases where, clients come to me and just wanted to hear, everything is gonna be fine. Well, I'm not saying my card reading is harsh. It's not, but they will hear what they need to hear.
And often it's stuff they don't want to hear.
They don't want to hear. They want to deny. They want to avoid.
Of course.
And every single one of us don't want to hear certain things about
Exactly.
ourselves. But hey, if we don't conquer that, life doesn't get it better or easier. We don't get it better, you know.
No, we don't.
So-
And you know what? This is why I stopped doing a lot of tarot readings for myself. Because you get the answer and you go, no, that can't be right. Let me reshuffle. And you have to learn to accept.
Yes, I totally agree. I am, I was not really into reading for a long time because my journey as with tarot actually started making my deck. So that was my focus. That was
Must have
really,
been
really,
amazing.
it has been, and it's still ongoing. I'm working on my second edition. And so reading was my secondary thing. And just one day, I thought, I'm sure I can do reading for people.
Imagine that, yeah.
And
if you can create a deck,
Then
you're definitely going to be able to connect to it.
And I was never really into doing self-reading. And more and more I discovered, you know what, I can't really interpret them like I do for other people because my ego gets involved.
Of
It's
course.
like, okay, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to
There
tell
must
myself.
be another spin I can put on it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what
I am not
wanna-
doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
of course not.
It's okay just as it is, Or no, this can't be right.
Yeah.
Or so I have stopped doing self-reading.
Yeah.
However, I have actually discovered one good self-reading spread recently.
Right.
Well, I've been studying it for about a half year, researching it, before I can start using it on people. It's based on Kabbalistic tree of life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it gives advice on every different aspect of life, and that really resonates. Wow, I found a spread that I can use for myself.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, it's self-reading almost beats purpose, because if your spirit guide can tell you everything you're doing right or wrong, well, you might not learn anything. We have to go out there, experience, turn knowledge into wisdom.
The only time I find a self-reading really useful is if I write it all down and I go back 6 months later and I go, yes, that's what it meant.
Yeah. That
So I
happens too.
don't. What I do is I use a deck of oracle cards for guidance every day. So I'll do a
Yes.
shuffle, see what falls
Yeah.
out, because those are so in your face that you
So
can't
you
put
have-
any type of interpretation on
No,
it.
they
It's
aren't.
just that's exactly
Yeah.
what you need to know.
Yeah.
So
Would you-
that's okay.
Would you like to explain the difference between tarot cards and oracle cards?
Sure,
Some
well-
people don't really know.
Oh goodness. Oracle cards are guidance cards. They're wonderful. And each card has a specific message based on different themes. So you get your animal cards, you get angel cards, you get numerology decks, all sorts. And they're lovely and they are very, very clear. You could do a spread with oracle cards and take the messages very literally. Whereas with your tarot decks, your meanings change depending on positioning of the cards.
Absolutely.
You look at how the cards are placed, how they fall out, what your significators are, what your primary majorities are. And it just goes so much deeper. And there is a lot of interpretation.
Yes.
The same card can mean so many
So
different,
many different things.
in so many different places and for different people.
Yeah,
So, that's where the intuitive part comes in.
absolutely.
Because you're not going to give the same message to two people in a row,
Even
if
drawing
they
the
pull the
same
same
card.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very seldom.
Yeah.
So, you have to follow that guidance within you, whether you are clairsentient or clairvoyant or clairaudient, and that's when you get it right.
Yes.
And when you sit across the table from someone who starts crying and says, "Oh my God, I didn't know that
Yeah.
anyone could see it."
Yeah.
That's when you know that your gift is actually something that's worth putting out there.
Yes. Yeah, it's a gift, and we have to share it. And, it's
absolutely.
not. It's not something special, so to speak. Anybody can do that. Anybody can use it as a tool.
It's
it
like
become
having a
it's art.
specific eye color.
Yeah.
It's just who you are. It's part of your traits.
Yeah.
And everyone's got different gifts.
Yes.
I am absolutely useless at some things. I can't draw a straight line with a pencil, but I can read your tarot. You know, I have a son who is an incredible healer, and he's stepping into those powers. But he's
only
never felt any
22.
attraction, yes.
Oh,
He's never
only-
felt any attraction to tarot. That's fine.
Okay,
His
well, that's
gifts are
fine.
elsewhere.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So
well,
you find what is good for you
Yeah.
and where you're supposed to be. It's about your niche.
yeah, for sure. And also the clients, you know, they those who are supposed to be with you will come to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, this is the thing. I'll go to a fair and there'll be 10 readers. And it's not a case of, oh, let me pull clients in, you know, let's grab someone as they walk in.
Yeah.
Because what they are needing,
Yes.
their soul senses.
Yes.
And they go to the person they
So
need
who
it
they
from.
need to, yes, absolutely. So there, you know, as many tarot readers out there, there is no competition. And the same with the healing. It's like there is
Yeah.
no competition. There is enough fish in the sea, so to speak.
Exactly. It's the right person
Yeah.
for the right
Yeah.
patient, if you want to put it that way.
And
I hate
also,
calling them clients.
oh,
So-
okay.
No. I feel like a lawyer.
You know, like, and how many people can we actually take in a day anyway? Our time is limited, our energy is limited. So therefore, we must share.
Exactly.
You know, we all share our talents. We all share, you know, place to share energy exchange, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? If someone contacts me and I can feel they're not right for me, I refer them to someone who is right for them.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I do
It's
that.
not because I don't
yeah.
want to help you. It's
No, but
just
it's like, okay,
you need the right message.
And you came to me because I know somebody, and
Yeah.
that wasn't my role. It's all about it, letting the energy flow and being a mediator.
Exactly.
Whatever that, you
Yeah.
know, what is the end and the,
We
both
all
ends
have
are.
our strengths and our styles. You know, that's one of the things I really enjoy about my deck is the Universal Goddess deck is very honest, but it's also quite gentle.
Oh, yes.
The messages aren't as hardcore as you get with, say, the Thoth deck,
oh gosh,
where,
topic
you know,
is
they
hard.
smack you.
Yes, they do. And that's, well, my deck, you know, like one I created, it's very much based on Thoth deck,
Yeah.
but I have more like feminized it.
Yes. I'm
It's,
saying that in the art that you're sharing.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Because I love the whole, what's that? Like, what they call thelemic. Their
Yes.
idea of spiritualism or esoteric knowledge is very deep and it's wonderful, but I find that particular deck quite masculine and harsh.
It is.
So
it's very tough.
It's quite tough.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I felt. Although I really resonated with the philosophy itself way more than like I'm a Rider Waite deck, which has been traditionally around for over 100 years.
I know.
But
and,
it felt to me, even when I was very young, obsolete.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know why, but I was looking for the
It just
ultimate inspiration and
didn't work.
source. And when I encountered Thoth deck, I thought, this is going to be my foundation.
Exactly.
And that's where I started really taking on developing my card. So it's so I feel my card is somewhere in between, like that masculinity of Thoth deck to obsoleteness or tradition. Let's put
Yeah,
it.
it's not obsolete,
No,
it's traditional.
It's a tradition.
Yeah.
Sorry, people.
Jeez. Kazway's not obsolete, okay? Got it.
So somewhere in between, while getting my own interpretation or like
Yeah.
inspiration is more right, not necessarily interpretation, inspiration. But
Yeah.
I would like to know about your deck too, because you know, a friend of mine went to you yesterday at the fair. We are
yes.
at wellness market, and
Yeah.
I was doing a tarot reading. Anna Marie was doing tarot reading. Absolutely no competition. Holy cow!
No.
You were busy. I was busy.
We were both so busy
Yeah,
and
one of my
didn't even notice.
one of the friends went to you and she left a message for you saying,
Alicia.
Alicia,
Oh,
yeah,
what
bless
a
her.
honey.
Yes,
Yes.
she's like, and she said your reading was so feminine, and it was like obviously very touching.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very feminine, and yet the strange thing is most of my clients and my return clients are male.
It's not a surprise actually
Because they need that energy.
Yes,
Yeah,
they need that. They
they
need
do.
to be like exposed to. They need to acknowledge the feminine side.
Absolutely,
Because we
it's
all
about
have a
balance.
feminine and a masculine side. It's yin and yang within us, all of us.
Absolutely. And when it's out of whack, then we feel the effects.
Yeah.
So you've got to balance it.
Yes.
And, you know, we are moving into such an era of feminine energy. And we've got to step up and step into that power. Because the
Both.
world is becoming less aggressive, contrary to what we see on the news.
Let's hope.
But, oh, my word, you know, it's there and we need to connect with it because it's what we need. It's what humanity lacks.
Yeah, I think there is a, like, don't know about a more femininity, but
Yeah.
women are more asked to step into our power, and men are asked to get in touch with their femininity, if you know what I mean. So, like, you know, we women need to be a bit more. We must
need
not be
to
afraid.
step up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
not afraid of embracing our masculine side.
Exactly.
And it's not to be like a man. It's not to
No,
be a.
But we
butch,
do
you
need to
know.
complement each other.
Yes.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, like we keep diverting. Let's see if we can take a picture of your goddess card and.
So these are the goddess cards. They're very pretty on the back too, but the front is what matters.
That is a
Each
very
card
feminine.
is a different goddess
Oh,
from
wow.
various different pantheons. So you
Wow.
have got Hindu goddesses, you've got Greek goddesses, Roman goddesses, Native American goddesses, African goddesses. They're absolutely everywhere.
Whoa, that's so
And it's
inspirational.
amazing. Japanese, Chinese, you name it, it's there. And I think probably the biggest stumbling block for me was learning to pronounce the names.
That's not that difficult
Oh my
then.
God. That's a cue. How do I click that? But yeah, there are some tough cards in there, like there are in every deck.
Are they like
You know,
a
if you're going
Indian-
to draw the tower, it's
Okay.
not going to mean that you're going to be having an easy time.
Sure.
But the goddesses fit so beautifully
Really,
with what
I
they
need to study
represent.
the card because goddesses have been one of my inspirations. As a, well, I'm not a commercial artist. I'm
Yeah.
a self-taught artist. But since I was little, I've been drawn to goddesses, spirits, angels. You know, like figures like that have been my inspiration. And I have done drawing because I get called to do drawings of you know, those images.
Beautiful.
So yeah, like I would need to get hold of one of your decks. Well,
We'll
that
sit
deck.
with this deck and I'll take you through it
Oh,
one day.
that would be awesome. Is there like Kali?
Yes.
Indian wow.
Oh,
What?
Kali is right
Right,
here.
holy cow!
Look
I
at
didn't,
that.
I didn't even. I wasn't
She's
even
been
looking.
popping up a lot.
Okay,
Kali in
so
this
what-
deck
yeah?
is the death card. And
Funny, you know.
why is
that's
that surprising?
That's,
you know?
that's my birth card.
Really?
It's your death card is a Scorpio card.
Wow.
It's a you know
okay.
end and a beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it.
I let go. You know, let it.
Let it
Yeah,
go,
let it
bring
go
something
and-
new in.
Absolutely.
And this is the beauty of Kali. I mean, people look at Kali and they go, oh,
Devil.
it's terrifying. But no.
No, it's not.
She
yeah.
cuts things so cleanly and with
Yes.
such surgical precision that there's no infection. There's no real healing to do except the standard little move on a bit. And she makes room in your life for something new. She's amazing. And, you know, Kali is not just about death. She is a mother.
Rebirth.
She's rebirth.
Yes.
She births us. And she protects and she takes care of those she loves. She's amazing.
That's amazing side of being a mother. And it takes in, you know, gives
Yes.
birth, and that fits so nicely into the idea of death. And death card is a masculine card.
It is.
However, water, it's a water card, and water is feminine.
It's very feminine, yes.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
And you know, this is something all listeners can take in, like the importance of letting go, like letting go in the sense of like, well, accept things do end.
Yes.
Things
And they're
do
supposed
end.
to.
Yes, everything has to end.
Yeah.
If something has started, it will always come to an end. And
Nothing is permanent.
absolutely not. Something that is like infinite is already infinite, and that's beyond us.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't even know if the universe actually is infinite or not. There might have been a start, there might be an end, you know, but the
And
continuation,
it doesn't really matter.
it doesn't matter, and it still continues. No matter how much it comes to the end, you know, like
There's always something new.
something new, something
Yeah.
starting.
How many times in your life have you gone, oh my God, my world is falling apart.
And
I've had a
never-
breakup, I've lost a job, whatever.
Yeah.
And a year later, you look back and you go, right, that's why it happened.
Yes.
So that I could be here now.
Yeah.
There's no real end.
Yeah.
Even death.
Death still continues. Life continues.
Exactly.
Energetically speaking, you know, our energy, like it's a new, like primal Newtonian physics.
Exactly.
Nothing gets lost in the universe.
Exactly.
We might lose our memory. We might lose our personality and character. So you know, like what people call ghost. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a bit different thing, but our life, the energy of life continues. So, you know, embrace end and embrace new beginning.
Well, it's a scientific fact.
It is
Energy
scientific.
doesn't end.
End.
It changes.
Yeah,
So potential becomes kinetic and switches back to potential. However it goes, it doesn't matter. The energy is still there.
yes,
And the legacy we leave is the infinite part.
yeah.
Which is why we need to be using our gifts and touching lives.
And shining our light to others. And it's
Exactly.
not about self-promotion.
No.
It's about sharing what we are born with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something I actually wrote about on the Soul Life page today.
Okay.
And it's so weird hearing you say that. You know, we talk about our authentic self. And it's not a phrase I like to use because I think it gets misused. But when we do, it's not about, oh, look at me, I'm so enlightened, I'm so authentic. It's about just dropping all those masks
Yeah.
and making your soul vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that allows your light to shine.
Yes.
And that's what changes your life.
Yeah, and influence others. I have heard that, and I hope to practice this or demonstrate it. But one of our purposes of life is to inspire others and get inspired by others too. And that chain reaction of inspiration continues. It goes on, and it's like a light sparking from a, you know, it's like a pebble. You throw a pebble in the water, and it starts making all these waves. And that's how we are supposed to live. It's
Exactly.
like the vibration, frequency, energy,
And you can
inspiration,
change
light.
the world if you start
Start
with one
from
person.
yeah. And
This is
that's,
what people don't get. It's like, I can't change the world, I'm only me.
you know, and that being a
start.
me is good, and
Yeah.
being a me actually starts with a self-love. I was actually writing an article on I'm trying to keep up with my newsletter, which I'm not.
It's hard.
It's hard.
hard.
And I'm focusing on like an authentic self or embracing one's own life. And I was writing an article about how important self-love is. Like if you start with yourself, like say like your heart or your self-love vessel is a cup, you have to fill it. And when it comes to self-love, by filling it, overflowing it, this overflowing part will go to those who you want to share love with. And
Yes.
there is never enough self-love that cup can't overflow. It's
It's always
can be
got
just
somewhere to
infinite.
go.
Yeah,
It
always.
channels
And
exactly where it needs to go.
and when we do things for other people and expect to be told thank you, well, usually there is that expectation. Maybe we are actually sacrificing ourselves and compromising to do something. Saying, well, I took my time and energy to do this for you, so you should at least thank me. And that doesn't come from that place of love. Don't get me wrong, I've been there many times in my life.
We all do.
We all need to experience.
How many
something
times
like
have you
that.
walked through a door, held it for someone and gone, "You're welcome," when they didn't say thank you? I mean, I've done it.
Yeah, we
Can't
all
lie.
have. Yeah.
But at the same time, the minute you expect something in return, it's not an act of love, it's a business transaction.
It is. And, we need to feel ourselves first. And it's difficult because the society has taught us. And I'm from Japan where, it's like a social norm that, you must not put yourself first.
No,
like,
it's about service to others.
Yeah, it's like, listen to what other people say and consider what other people are thinking of you, you know. And that's what my background culture is. So being selfish is like absolutely no. However, I'm still a human being, and like I'm lacking. When I'm lacking, I can't perform well.
If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's important. And I think as women, we're all raised that way.
Yes,
Think
women.
of your teachings from your mum.
Yeah.
You are there to serve. You'll have a husband one day.
Yeah.
You need to cook for him and make sure everything's in place for him.
And if you're not
and take
serving,
care of your children.
If you're not serving, you get accused like, you're not doing your role.
Exactly.
You're not serving. You're being selfish.
Yeah.
And it's so important that no. I'm not being selfish. I'm just looking after myself.
Yeah.
And if we do all our part individually to feel ourselves first, then I think we can be such loving individuals.
Yes. And that will change humanity. You
It
cannot
will.
pour from an empty jug.
No.
And I say it to
no.
people over and over and over again. They don't get the whole concept of take care of you first.
Yeah.
And then you will have more than enough
Yeah.
to give everyone else.
And now,
Love doesn't decrease when you give it out.
No, and
it increases.
It has to start from our own heart center.
Yeah.
Actually, like
absolutely.
I've been getting a lot of clients who needs that message, like put yourself first. And it's like, they're going, well, why am I not fulfilled? Why am I miserable? Why aren't they like, why are they treating me like this? It's like, no, let's put focus on yourself first. Yeah, but that's selfish. No, sweetie, it's not selfish.
No.
You are very important. You are the center of the universe.
Yeah.
Love
And
starts
when
from
you
there.
don't love yourself, you're not teaching other people to love you.
And as we said, society hasn't taught us how to love ourselves properly. So we are, like, I feel like, with our tarot reading, our healing, that's where people can actually, like, we can actually start telling others, like, hey, I'll show you how to love yourself.
Yeah.
And that will just change lives.
If we show 10 people and they each show 10,
So 10 people,
we are going to have such an incredible ripple effect that it won't be a ripple, it'll be a Mexican wave.
Yeah. So one person can do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you can't let the enormity of the problem with humanity put you off.
Yeah.
You do what you can.
Absolutely.
And hopefully somewhere you'll touch life.
Would you like to?
No, I know I've been like awfully quiet this morning. Yeah.
you are.
Sorry.
I've been tiptoeing around. But I've just been listening. I'm actually drawn to your cards. I just wanted
Are
to
you?
like.
Do you want to play?
I want to like just look at.
How long have you been using the deck?
I found this deck, give me a second, 2010. So it's been 8 years with this deck.
But
I've
I can
used
see that you
a
have used
few
it.
others. I know, it's very well used. But it doesn't matter what deck I buy and get interested in,
Yeah.
I come back to this one
Okay.
every single time.
Oh, that's
I've got such
beautiful.
an incredible connection
Yeah.
with it. I love it. So yeah, I started out like I think just about everyone else with the Rider-Waite deck. And wow, it was such a slog. Really, I had to push myself to learn.
Yeah.
And then I discovered other decks and I started playing around. And at the moment, I'm not a huge collector of decks, I've got to be honest. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not too bad. And the others all sit in a lovely pile on my desk.
Me too.
And this one
yeah.
gets used
Yes.
every single
Well,
time.
obviously, I use my own deck.
Of course,
Yeah.
but what better connection could you have? I mean, you're
Well,
going to
when you
connect to
can
that
actually-
way more than anything else.
Yeah, but I love that idea of all the goddesses. 'Cause I love the idea of goddesses since I was little.
Oh,
So
it's just,
I just
it's
wanted
so
to
amazing.
find out earlier. Sorry. How does one balance their feminine energy as a male? How do you do that?
it's basically like you can kind of take it as a nurturing side. You know, things to let go, see things and go, okay, it is what it is. Instead of trying to
Fix it.
Yes.
yeah, well, that's
That's
one
it.
thing. That's a good one.
That's a very male thing to analyze and to repair.
I get in a lot of trouble, like
Yeah.
trying to give solutions.
Yeah,
So do most men.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
worry, don't
but
feel
yeah.
alone. We don't need you to fix it. We just need you to listen and say, "Oh, honey, it's going to be okay."
But then, however, on the other hand, do men get irritated at women going?
Of course.
Well, why don't you do something about it instead of just talking about it? You know, don't we get that?
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah,
The
sometimes
male
when-
energy is analytical. It's logical.
Yeah.
The female energy is emotional.
And
when
it's
you
just
balance
letting-
the two,
Yeah.
you actually have this point where they cross over and you can apply logic to your emotions and emotions to your logic. And you get this incredible sense of balance.
Because sometimes I just want to rant too, you know.
Yeah. A good rant is good for you sometimes. I do
Yeah.
it. Don't tell anyone. Now and then.
I'm wondering if we can do a little reading, because I
Yes.
have gotten a reading request by Nazima on
All right.
Facebook. She just would like to have a universal message, so I will draw a card for her, and you do reading. I mean, you can do full-on reading if you would like. Yeah, like Nazima is actually my friend, and
Okay.
yeah, she's very spiritual.
Let's
very
see
good
what we
person.
get.
Yeah, so I hope you're listening to this, Nazima. Otherwise, this radio show gets recorded and put on YouTube and a podcast. So I will be announcing what that is on my Facebook and also on my website.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Wonderful.
These are all
I'm
very
going to
beautiful.
pull them back. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Okay, my cards have been already shuffled for Nazima, so,
So
I'm
you're
just
doing
gonna.
a double reading.
Yes, and see, like, you know, it's a universal message, like a message from the universe, and see how we resonate, and yeah, very interesting. I have never done like any tarot reading collaboration.
Me neither, actually.
So, and this is all live. It's like it's just
Oh, my
ongoing.
word.
Yeah. Okay, I have drawn two cards, and one is the Chariot. The other one is Success. And Chariot is two energies, like you are manipulating or controlling two types of energies. Specifically speaking, masculine energy and feminine energy, and you are being master of it. And by mixing masculine energy and feminine energy, it turns into yin yang, or in the Western concept, it can also be represented by Holy Grail, Western or Christian concept, Holy Grail. So you are creating your Holy Grail, and that is leading to success.
Okay.
So that's the message.
I always like to look at what cards fall out when I shuffle. And we've drawn the Two of Swords, which is Fides, one of the goddesses. She talks about contract, she talks about integrity and honesty. And she says to you that if you are looking at signing a contract anytime soon, it's a good time to do it. Because at this time in your life, a word and a handshake are as good as something written down. So the people you're working with can be trusted, which is nice to know.
And that message for Nazima, right? However, it's right now applying to me as well. So holy cow. Okay.
It's also very much what you said about the balance of masculine and feminine.
Yes,
The
it's
next
like
card
I
that
realized.
popped out was strength. It's Ishtar. And it's very much about femininity
Yes.
producing this masculine strength.
Yeah, that's
If you
totally
could see
resonates.
the card right now, you'd see the goddess Ishtar with a snake in one hand and caressing a lion with her other hand.
Oh, snake and a
And,
lion.
yeah.
That's such a
And behind her is this chariot pulled by lions. She is all about pulling that strength out of yourself. And she says to you, you know what, you have the strength to deal with whatever is coming.
Gosh, it's so resonating with my chariot card too, and the
Isn't
chariot
it
is being
amazing?
pulled by
The chariot with the lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the chariot card in my deck means something very different
Okay.
to what yours does. So if the two had both come out, they would have actually contradicted each
but
other. But this one aligns beautifully.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
As I said, I have never done like a tarot reading collaboration, but this is like I'm so excited about this. So okay, go on.
Okay, so we've drawn a few other cards as well. I've done a very, very basic past, present, future spread here. And the past card is Pandora. She has the Four of Chalices. She talks of boredom and having taken things for granted.
Actually, it's the same as my deck or Toth deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Four cups is about emotions that are supposed to be flowing, but I wanted to put it in a
it's all
form.
stagnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a past card, so I'm not terribly worried about this for Nazima. Just gives us a little bit of insight. She's got the Knave of Chalices as her present card. This is Hebe. She's a Greek goddess, and she is all about service, what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
She exists to serve. She's the cupbearer of the gods.
She is. I mean, like she is really that kind of person.
And it tells me, Nazima, if you're listening, that you are giving everything to everybody else. What are you taking for yourself? You cannot, and I said it before, pull from a jug that is empty. It's a very, very clear message that you need to take care of you too. So it's right there. If you need to hear it again, I'll say it again.
Well,
But
I think she will contact you.
Oh, my word. Future card is Ma'at. She's an Egyptian goddess. She is...
Ma'at.
Yeah.
The truth.
Yes, she
God.
is justice.
Yes.
She takes the soul of those who have died and she
Yeah.
wears it against a feather.
Actually, Ma'at is also drawn in my card,
Oh,
one of my
really?
cards too.
She's beautiful.
Adjustment. It's a balance card. That's
She's gorgeous.
that's
Yeah, and
my
she's
Ma'at.
perfect for balance.
Yes.
Yeah. She
Like
holds those scales.
yeah, justice and
And look at that,
balance.
the heart and the feather that I was just talking about. I love
Exactly,
it.
because it is Goddess Ma'at.
You know, I want your deck, hey?
Once it's published, once it's finished and published.
Oh, honey, I'll be first in line to buy that deck.
Cool.
That's very cool. So, yeah, Ma tells us that she takes care of these things. It's justice that is directed outward. So, when we draw the justice card, it's not about judging ourselves. It's about looking at what's going on around us and actually just taking a step back and saying, you know what, people are on their own paths. And I don't believe that you get hit by a bus if you're ugly to someone. You know, that whole concept of karma doesn't work for me. But when Ma'at
not in that
appears,
sense.
she says, you know what, I have seen every tear that you've cried. I know how you've been hurt. And I will make sure that things are set right. I will bring it back into balance. It's not about punishment, it's about balance. It's about just weighing things up and allowing them to be as they should be.
Yeah, you can also see there is movement in
Yes.
my adjustment card, which depicts the goddess Ma'at, and it's what goes around comes around. Karma, like as you say, I don't believe in like the kind of karma that if you are ugly to people, then you're gonna get hit by a bus. Okay,
No.
that's not the kind of karma we're talking about. But what goes around comes around. Energy does flow.
What we
And,
sow, we reap.
Yes.
It comes back.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's not a punishment. It's
And
a consequence of what we do.
And it's a very dynamic movement of the energy.
Yeah. and it keeps on going.
It does, yes.
I talk to my people not about karma, I talk to them about consequence.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you don't
it.
wish karma on someone.
No.
You look at what you do and what the consequences are.
Yes, cause and effect.
Very often,
Yes,
yeah.
cause and effect is the meaning of
Exactly.
this card.
And it's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. And it's something we need to really take a good look at in our own lives. You know, we are so affected by what people do to us that we forget that maybe there's a reason. And we immediately lash out and we go, but why are you so mean to me? Without first examining things.
Examining, like, what
about
am I
taking
supposed
that
to
step
learn?
back.
Yes, and taking the power into ourselves and dissociating ourselves from why
Yes.
is that person treating me like that, to what am I supposed to look at? What am I supposed to learn from this?
Exactly. What's it reflecting?
Yeah,
And is it my lesson or is it their lesson? Is it
Yeah.
about me or them?
yeah.
And that's when we learn that we shouldn't be reacting. We should rather be responding.
It is difficult for humans not to react. We are reactive animals, and to be reactive is to be passive. And of
Yeah.
course, we all know by the virtue of proactiveness is a very wonderful concept, but it is difficult.
Yeah.
However, we have to keep trying it.
Yeah.
And by even by reacting, if we can just tell ourselves, okay, this is at least one way of looking after myself. At least I'm acknowledging my feelings. Well, maybe that's okay. It's a start.
Yeah.
We are not saints. If we were saints, we wouldn't even be here. We don't need to be here to have
Exactly.
the body to learn,
Yeah.
to feel pain, to feel starvation, to have worries about life.
Right.
We need to be able to experience all those, dark side of having a body, having
Yes.
to have something to protect.
Yeah.
And
I saw
learn.
something on Facebook a while ago and it really, really hit me so hard. They were saying that we don't come here to learn unconditional love.
No.
We come from unconditional love. We know about it. We're
And,
here to be
we-
messy.
Yes.
We are here to learn all the awful things, the
Yeah.
sadness, the pain,
Yes.
the good times, the bad times.
Yes.
That's what we learn from.
I encountered this one image a few weeks ago, and it made me feel really bad because it was an image of a chakra. And, wonderful to embrace our chakra energies. For, root chakra is survival, sacral chakra is pleasure, and go on. But there are, blocks. There are things that blocks these chakras. And for survival, fear blocks it. For
Yeah.
pleasure, guilt is a block.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Will-
But that's our upbringing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and willpower is shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and against love there is grief, and against truth there are lies.
Yeah.
Against insight there are illusions,
Right.
and against cosmic energy there is ego attachment. And I felt really bad in looking at this picture because I thought, I got all those. Bummer, I got all those.
Yeah.
But then
but
I took a day or two and thinking, it's okay because it's yin and yang, and it's okay as long as I acknowledge that they exist and shine light on that side. They're not. They might be shadow, but we all are yin and yang,
yes.
and we can just let the light shine on that dark and go, hey, you're there, and it's okay.
That's right.
Because we're all of it.
right.
Nothing wrong with having or experiencing negativity. It is what it is.
Yes, it's there, and it's a necessary part of life.
Yeah, it
We
is.
don't overcome our demons by fighting them. We overcome them
By facing them.
by pulling them in
Yeah,
and
like
embracing them and learning
give
to love them.
Yes, give them love, and like a little
And
little
then they have
baby.
no more power.
Yeah, it's okay. You're there, and I
Yeah.
can handle you. It's okay.
It's,
And we can all develop nasty feelings.
of course,
We're just human beings after all.
I
We're
am
not here to be saints.
no guru.
Me
I would
neither.
so love to be, but no, it's not
No.
something I can claim.
No, and for somebody who claims they're guru, well,
Then I question. I'm sorry. Whoops, calling a spade a shovel again. Yeah.
yeah,
We're here to teach, we're here to learn,
yes.
we're here to love, we're here to
Love,
receive
yeah.
love.
And we don't have to be unconditional love. It's difficult for humans to do that. So it's okay not to have unconditional love. It's okay not to be spiritual all the time. It's that
Yes.
kindness to ourselves that, hey, it's okay, that our intention of being able to say it's okay to ourselves. I think self-love can really start from that. It's
Absolutely.
okay.
You don't beat anything by denying it.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of going back to Nazima's
Oh
current
gosh,
card.
sorry Nazima,
I
hello.
haven't exactly forgotten. But the second card I drew is definitely success. But
Yeah.
it came out also as a reversed card. And that can also indicate that you are, what goes around comes around. But there might be imbalance that you're giving so much and you're not getting enough for yourself. So, it could be that, and I don't know which way it is. I don't know if you're giving so much and not getting enough, or you're getting so much and you're not giving enough. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But, seeing Anna Marie's second card, the current card, it might be that you're not giving enough for yourself.
Yeah.
But once you have that balance, you're going to be the master of life, of yourself.
What's coming to me, Nazima, and I don't know you at all, is this. Are you that woman who is spoken about when we say behind every successful man is a strong woman? Whose success are you contributing to? And there's nothing wrong with being supportive. Absolutely nothing wrong. Just make sure that it doesn't break you in the process. Because when you support someone, you should also profit from their growth.
I think she's gonna really resonate with that, because I'm not gonna talk about her situation. I personally know her, but I think she definitely is gonna contact you.
I'll wait to hear from you, Nazima. Come visit me.
So, well, the phone line isn't working today, so I'm not gonna be calling for any calling. So we just we got about 5 more minutes talking about tarot. Is there anything that you wanna share with the world about the tarot? What you do? I mean, we have been quite intense talk for
Yeah, it has. Hey, we haven't stopped. Oh, you wanted to have a Gemini on the show, really? What were you thinking? All I do is I talk. No, what I do is not just tarot.
No, of course
I
not.
will do divination for you, absolutely. But, we all have our niches. I work a lot with the sacred feminine. I'm branching out into the sacred masculine soon, as soon as
Cool.
my son is ready to step into that role of healer. And, I'm about healing the wounds. And if I can heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women, then I'm starting an avalanche. So, feel free to contact me at Soulflight. You can find me on Facebook. Anna Marie Jansen, you can find me on Facebook too. Or else you can go to my website, www.entersoulflight.simplesite.com. I'm always available and always happy to have a chat.
That's awesome.
Thank you for having me today, Kazway.
You are so welcome. It has been such an awesome show.
It's been great.
Atma, do you have any question?
Can I get a reading?
Why not? We got time for that. We'll just do we'll do another collaboration.
Yeah, why not? I'm going to go the different way, and I'm going to tell Adler to start shuffling. Pretend you're a blackjack dealer, dude. Shuffle and I don't care.
Card. I'm just gonna do my thing.
Yeah, when you know it's done, it's done.
I'm just watching her now. How are you doing that?
This is like a
quite
Japanese
tricky.
way. Apparently, like this way of shuffling.
I love
wish,
that.
Like
patting it into place
This
and
is
making
like
it
a
easier.
really Japanese way of dealing, like shuffling cards. So for me, it's very natural, and I feel it's basic. I wish I knew other like fancy way of shuffling cards, like Vegas dealers, you know.
Oh.
But like when I was living in the States, I was told, "Oh, are you a Vegas dealer?" It's like, no.
But you know what? That's so stereotypical Japanese because it's probably the most efficient shuffle I've ever seen.
Really?
And you know, you think Japanese, you think efficiency. So
Oh, we are,
yeah.
generally speaking.
cut
Keep
them in
going.
half.
Half.
Let's have a look-see.
Okay, and now I'm gonna have you draw a card.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You're hitting all the high spots, dude. You don't want to do this on air, trust me. No, really. No, it's actually a lovely reading. Talks about your current situation being one where you are bathing in the light. You have found so much joy, and things are looking so good right now that you're kind of having to close your eyes a little bit and squint so that you don't go blind. Backed up by the fact that you are starting new things. The Ace of Swords is all about new mental energies, so new ideas
Oh wow,
that you are birthing.
Hey, I don't even need to talk about this card because that's exactly that.
Yeah.
The mental power, you know, a Knight of Sword. That your mental power or
rushing,
lead you, like through the storm. That
Yeah. Your conscious mind, you have some decisions to make. You're standing at a crossroads. Hecate says to you that when you are at that crossroads and you don't know which way to turn, you call on her and she'll lift her torch and she'll show you the right road.
Hecate is a moon goddess. Yeah.
She is very much the triple goddess, maiden, mother, crone.
So different phases of
She's
her
beautiful.
life.
Yeah. What's passing away out of your life? You've been through a hard time. It's been tough. Everything's fallen down around you, and you've had to rebuild. And what is coming into your life, you're being told to, and I'm giving you the very brief version of this reading. You're being told to focus on some pleasure. You've been through the tough times. Now, enjoy the good things. Have a good plate of food. Go to a restaurant. Spend time with friends. Spend time with your woman. Enjoy the pleasure that comes from the earthly delights. There's nothing wrong with that. You yourself are in a phase of completion. You are moving on to newer, better things. And you've ended the things that were meant to be ended. So you're at that point once again where things are starting anew. You've got this fresh air coming in. Surrounded by incredible beauty. I don't know if you're married, engaged,
Married.
have a girlfriend. Okay, you're married. She's amazing. She really is. She's the beauty of the cosmos. And she's inclined to make sure that you stick with the rules and that you do things exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps you in line. And you're terrified of losing her. You are reaching a point, though, where you need to bear in mind that the ideas that you're bringing forth, that you're generating, it's not always about instant gratification. Take a second, analyze first before you step forward so that you don't get cut. Okay? There we go. That's the very brief version.
Well,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Well, no, you got to say that.
it's yeah. It's beautiful. Actually, I was just thinking about. I was just listening, and I'm thinking, it's Women's Month, isn't it?
Yeah, yesterday was Women's Day.
Women's Day
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, embracing the feminine energy.
Yours is there. You can rant. We'll allow it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's beautiful. That was beautiful reading. And I only have known you, Atma, for a short period of time, but I feel that really reflects your what I know of your life. Yeah.
Okay, well, we did get a thumbs up. You didn't see it, but he gave us a thumbs up. So I'm feeling pretty good about that reading.
Yeah. Thumbs up all the way.
Awesome stuff.
Cool. Alrighty then, now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for listening for the last 1 hour. It was Interactive Tarot on 108live.radio. I am Kazway, your personal guide to tarot cards, and we'll look forward to you tuning in next Friday at 11 a.m. Well, if you have any question about a tarot, or if you would like to ask for a session, then you can email me to mail2@cashiopia.com, or check out https what is that thing called?
Colon.
/www.cashiopia.com. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here, Anna Marie.
I loved every minute. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you,
It's
Anna.
always great to be on your show. It's
Thanks,
an
Adma.
eye-opener every time.
Cool. Yeah, I love my show. I mean, I love having guests, and I don't even have to think about what to say.
No,
It just flows. Yeah, everyone brings something so inspirational and beautiful. Every single one of them. I hope to have you again as well.
Would
yeah.
love to come back anytime.
Cool. I think everyone who has been on my show wants to come back, and I would love to have.
Oh,
them
that's
come back.
because of you. But just so you know.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'll have a guest next week who is actually leader of a Reiki association in South Africa. So we'll be talking about healing and what Reiki is, and the Reiki comes from my country actually, Japan. So it will be interesting. Alrighty then, and see you next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome. It's going to